Welcome to the pure land of this present moment, where we are enjoying a little fire. Fire can be a teacher too. We can hear the Buddha Dharma speaking as any fire. The world is a fire, according to the Buddha. Fire can burn, and the fire consumes the fuel. It's part of this impermanence teaching. Also part of that pain teaching. The world is on fire. It's not something reliable. You can't cling to it and expect to be satisfied, happy in the long term. It is not sustainable. But what is the world? What did the Buddha mean? Well, luckily, we don't have to guess. And different Buddhist teachers over the years have taken different stances on the nuances of these issues. And there is some diversity, but there's also, we don't misrepresent the Buddha. So there's some unity, common ground in all the different Buddhist traditions, perspectives on the world, and how a Buddhist should relate to the world. In this group, Engaged Buddhism, Teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, we obviously are taking the route that says that the world matters, beings matter. We've cultivated the love side of the path so that now it's time to bring wisdom down out of the clouds into the world for the sake of all other beings. That's ethical discipline. That's the Bodhisattva way, or the Bodhisattva yana. And no, I'm not doing unhealthy discrimination by talking about a specific style of Buddhism. This is Buddhism. We employ these distinctions like our teachers before us for reasons. We have to be discerning. If we actually intend to help people wake up like Buddhists have for thousands of years, if we actually want to do that, we need to meet those beings where they are at and use the terms they can understand to help clarify the next step for them. Not always for us. It's not all about me or you, and it's not us versus them. But yes, in this conventional reality, there is the appearance of an us and a them, a me and a you, a we and a they. These are the things of conventional reality. Conventions. A bodhisattva does not simply reject them. That's basic spiritual bypassing. And today, it is what is most often pushed as spiritual online and in the flesh. Whatever tradition we're talking about, the bypassing form of it is going to be more popular because it's going to sound easier. It'll be easier to sell. It sounds better to say, good vibes only, dude. It's more attractive to the masses. Those books sell. Those memes spread. But to actually convey the full Buddha Dharma, that's not always easy. People don't always want to hear it. They want to hear the happy parts for sure. And a skillful bodhisattva will employ these different ways of conveying Buddhism so that it's attractive. They'll talk about the happy parts first, but they don't stop there. That's where it becomes aggressive bypassing. And now I'm talking about all this stuff right now in this group for certain reasons, because over the years, these issues have become a thing worthy of attention, analysis, and worthy of dismantling. And how do we dismantle? By hating and attacking? No, we dismantle by clarifying the Dharma. Because this is all really just basic misunderstanding of Buddhism. And if you go to the sources that even Thich Nhat Hanh mentions in his books, you can clarify this exact stuff. Every day in this group, we find some more people who are upset for the exactly wrong reason. They are wanting to attack the messengers or the message. They say, I come here to be lulled to sleep. I thought this was spiritual. Why are you talking politics? They don't know, I guess, that Buddhism was always like this, always ethical, care about good and bad. And I use those terms, good and bad, on purpose. I know that the masses recoil upon hearing those terms, but I say it again because the masses that I want to reach will know what those terms mean. And when I say, hey, hating immigrants is bad, they'll know what I'm saying. I could use the other more yuppie form of language and say, oh, that's not wholesome. But really, the Buddha used terms that were appropriate, and sometimes in the sources we can see he was pretty harsh. He didn't tiptoe around this stuff. If there were Nazis trying to do Nazi stuff around him, like they are now around us, he would roar. He was not spineless, brain-dead, and toothless. People just don't know, though, because they don't read the sources. They find some modern teacher that they feel an affinity with or toward or whatever. They find a modern tradition they like, and they grab hold of that one because it confirms their biases. Thich Nhat Hanh begged us to not do that with him. Let's not build a personality cult around him. He said it when he was talking about, please do not put me into a stupa. Don't make an image out of me to worship blindly. And that's personality cult. And though we group admin people here, Buddhagang friends, we've tried to make it clear, this is not that here. We are not doing personality cult here. People get confused. We are definitely influenced by the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, but it's not like everything he said is just to be blindly believed. No, and he didn't grow up in the USA. He didn't speak English as a first language. There are these factors that make it so that it's wise for us to be discerning today from our own perspective. Yes, I obviously cherish the teaching of Thich Nhat Hanh, but no, I'm not just going to blindly believe whatever quote somebody throws at me. Instead, I tend to prefer the sutras and suttas and the earlier shastras. I don't cling to any particular tradition or text. I'm not sectarian like that. But if someone wants to argue about what Buddhism means, they better ground their argument in that common ground, which is the collection of the Buddhist teaching as conveyed by the various traditions. I don't prefer one tradition over another, but at the same time, this group itself is a Mahayana expression, a manifestation of a Mahayana vow. The one Nhat Hanh also made as a Mahayana Buddhist, coming from a Mahayana Buddhist lineage in Vietnam. And I also received the precepts from monks of the same lineage, though not connected to Thich Nhat Hanh. I have loved him since I was a kid, and Buddhism became a center of my life a long time ago. Life happened, and then I think 2017 or something, I created this group. Maybe 2016, I don't know. But it's been a wild ride. In the beginning, there was a lot of growth, and everyone was happy, and there was a lot of praise for the effort. And I would share his quotes that are more obviously political. Some people would complain, and I got used to it. But then a few years ago, the masses shifted. And it's no surprise, it's not a mystery why they shifted. It is this whole MAGA error, this fascism slide toward hatred and greed with delusion. It's affected all of us. Nowadays, people on all sides of all the issues are upset and confused. Things are confusing because a lot is happening. There are many who want to just look away, and they are offended by the fact that in this engaged Buddhist group, we talk about the stuff they're trying to ignore. And they're like, oh no, but I thought this meant just stop caring about stuff. Don't think about things, and definitely don't think about suffering and its causes. Definitely don't talk about it. No, that's not the way. Especially not here. This is engaged Buddhism.